Good evening and welcome to the Board of Aldermen meeting for the City of Town and Country, Monday, April 26th. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Note that the Board of Aldermen meeting is now called to order. I will call on the city clerk to call roll of those present.
Alderman Allen,
Here.
Alderman Even,
Here.
Alderman Holman,
Here.
Alderman Hughes,
Here.
Alderman Mortland,
Here.
Alderman Perot,
Here.
Alderman Wiesenham,
Here.
and Alderman Whitmire.
Here.
We do have a quorum and Mayor Ream is presiding.
Thank you. I will now again call on the city clerk and ask her to read the election results into the record.
Sure. So these are the official results of the April 6, 2021 municipal election. For the office of mayor, Charles H. Ream Jr., 528 votes. For the office of Alderman Ward 1, Pamela Holman, 161 votes. For the office of Alderman Ward 2, Holly Even, 128 votes. For the office of Alderman Ward 3, Ryan Mortland, 123 votes. For the office of Alderman Ward 4, Jeffrey Perot, 121 votes. The official certification of these results from the Board of Election will be attached to and made a part of the minutes from tonight's meeting. And I can report that everyone has sworn in. That's why we were able to start with a fully seated board. So thank you to everyone for that.
Thank you. Before we get to the minutes, I just want to take a few minutes to make a couple comments. Obviously, since I'm new in this position, I wanted to say that I am very excited about the opportunity to serve as mayor of Town and Country, and I really consider it to be a distinct honor. I also, for the people who are watching, I had the chance to meet in small, either individually or in small groups with the members of our Board of Aldermen. And I came away singularly impressed with this group of folks. They're engaged, they're enthusiastic, and really their only agenda is the welfare of this city of Town and Country. And I'm going to be very proud to serve with them. I especially want to welcome the two new members, Holly Even and Jeff Perot. They, like myself, are new to the municipal government, whereas the other six are veterans. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank John Benegas and Tiffany Frauci and our former mayor, Mayor Dalton, for their many years of service to this community. You know, I also had a chance to meet with most of the city staff. We have a very lean, but very effective and very dedicated group of people who are the mainstays who run this city. It's been a great pleasure to get to know them, to become acquainted with them, and realize all the talents they bring to the city. I feel like with that crew, our city is in good hands. We have an excellent police chief. And so I feel overall that we have a great crew here. The last thing I just wanted to say was that I want to make sure that we try to be as transparent as possible. And that's pretty much a pretty cliche kind of phrase, and most politicians who I've heard say that weren't particularly transparent. But what I'm talking about is that I know that in each ward, the aldermen try to do a very good job of trying to keep people informed about what's going on in their ward. But I think citywide, we probably could improve to some degree. As you know, at the present time, most of our mailings are not mailings, they're emails, and they go out electronically. And we have a city of roughly 11,000 citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And we have on file 985 emails.
Wow.
So it's pretty hard to be transparent.
Mhm.
Even if you send the message out, there's going to be a lot of people that don't see it. So although we are trying to be frugal relative to mailings, and I understand that, we're at least going to have one more mailing to try to get, to encourage people to send in their emails so that when we do send out information about whatever project there is, we're going to hopefully get it to a majority of our citizens. So that, and finally, you know, if you're if you're one of our citizens and you have an issue, obviously talk with your alderman. But if that doesn't, if you want, call City Hall, we'll set up a time. I'll be happy to meet with you going forward. So you know, our goal is to be as open as we can, and I think we'll meet that goal. Next, that's enough speech. Next, for minutes, I think in your packet, you have the minutes from the April 12th meeting. Any discussion of those or amendments to those minutes? If not, I would seek a motion and a second to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. And I think we'll just do this on a voice vote. All in favor? Say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries unanimously. And then I would like to call on the city clerk to recognize any speakers. Oh, from citizens, I believe we do not have any this meeting, so we will move on from that. Next, I would like to recognize the board's opportunity to select an acting president. Pam, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. With the departure of our former president of the board, Alderman Benegas, I would like to take this opportunity to nominate Alderman Sue Allen, who's from Ward 4, who is our senior board member, as president of our board of aldermen.
Thank you. Any
I'd
discussion?
like to second it.
Great, great. Any other discussion? Great. Well, then we'll have a vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Great. Then the motion carries, and it carries unanimously. Congratulations, Sue.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I know you'll do a great job.
Thank you.
Under appointments, also recognize the board's opportunities to select a liaison to the P&Z Commission.
Mayor, I'd like to nominate Alderman Whitmire. He's been a very valuable asset to our team in handling a lot of the past duties over the last 2 years, and especially in our ward. So
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Alderman Whitmire for the aldermanic liaison to planning and zoning.
Second.
Second.
Right. Any other discussion? Great. I think that's also another excellent choice. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Well, that carries unanimously. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you.
I know you also do a great job. I would also seek the board's support to make the following chairman appointments: Alderman Holly Even to the Architectural Review Board and Alderman Jeff Perot to the Conservation Commission.
Second.
Any
Was there a
discussion?
first on that? I'm sorry. Mayor, I missed the first on that, so if you could just clarify if somebody made the motion first before Alderman.
I'm sorry. I'll move to approve.
And then do we need
So
a
happens when you
second?
have hearing aids.
Okay.
I will second.
All right, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Great. Any opposed? Great. That also passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And I want to recognize the board's opportunity to provide any reports. Ryan?
Yes, the police, fire, and EMS will be meeting tomorrow afternoon on Zoom at 4:30 p.m. It's just our regular cadence, but we'll be going over some of the fire task force recommendations.
Okay, great. Thank you. Sue? Alderman Allen?
Thank you, Mayor. Your Ways and Means Commission will have a meeting this Friday at 8:30, April 30th on Zoom. And thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that update. Alderman Weezahan.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor, and welcome to the board. And I just wanted to remind everyone tomorrow night at Longview Pavilion, we'll be having the open house for the playground master plan discussion. We're welcoming all input from children to give ideas of what they'd like to see on the playgrounds, and adults for what they'd like to see the landscape of the playgrounds to be and the continuity between the different areas in the city. So everyone's welcome and encouraged. It's an open house between 5 and 7. So stop by for a few minutes and give us some ideas.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Community Arts and Culture Commission will be Wednesday, May the 12th from 6:30 to 7:30. And we're going to meet at Town Square in the Pavilion. We're not going to do it via Zoom. We're going to try it in person this time. Okay.
Great.
And if I may be recognized for something else, please.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, sir. I would like to request that city staff develop language to be presented to planning and zoning to consider amending the city code to prohibit the inclusion of invasive species as identified by the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, and if necessary, the Missouri Botanical Garden as part of landscape plans required for new commercial development. Please.
Commercial only?
Commercial, not
Okay.
residential, but commercial.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Mr. Shelton, do you have any report to provide?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, members of the board, just wanted to follow up. I had distributed to each of you a letter we received in the mail today from the state auditor's office acknowledging they had received 840 signatures for the state audit. So they will undertake that process. I did put in a phone call. I have not heard back. There's no indication of when that may start, but I will keep the board updated. Also, the management partners, independent public works audit. We will have a kickoff meeting with the staff May 5th. So that process is underway. And then finally, as requested by Alderman Holman, the waste management will be notifying their customers. As I put in my Friday update to the board, there were some cost adjustments and some fees added on to the waste management bill for some of their customers. They will be sending out a mailer and an email to those customers. So there was not any request from the city to change those fees. Any indication of that from waste management will be corrected. So I just want to be sure any residents know and that all of you know, waste management will be in contact with those customers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions on any of that?
I don't have a question, but I'd like to add a report update from the Public Works Commission.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I apologize for being out of sequence here. The Public Works Commission did meet in the month of April, and part of that legislation is under new business tonight with regard to the asphalt contract.
Right.
And we will be meeting again in May. Also from past legislation, and maybe Chief Gavins, I don't know if you intended on speaking on this tonight, but the PD construction that passed through the Public Works Commission and then passed through the Board of Aldermen is underway at City Hall. And that is it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on then to unfinished business, bill number 2115. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2115 is sponsored by Alderman Weezahan and is an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a pool located at 13715 Bellcrest Court in the city of Town and Country.
I'm seeking a motion and second.
Make a motion.
Okay,
Second. Sorry.
thank you, ma'am. And any discussion or amendment?
Mr. Mayor, I had a question. This is Whitmire.
Sure. Alderman Whitmire,
I
sure.
was wondering if anyone knows the plans for containing stormwater during the build out of this pool?
I will defer to Alderman Weezahan because I do not off the top of my head know the answer to that.
I think Bob might have an answer.
Mayor, the petitioner should be on the call and should be able to address that.
Mayor Ream, we have, I believe Sutton is on the call. Sutton, you're muted. Looks like you're coming off right now. And then also the city planner, Ryan Spencer, is on if you need any follow-up after that.
Okay, thank you.
You're talking about during construction or after construction?
During.
During construction, typically what we do is silt fencing, where we dig the bottom of that fencing into any areas where there's going to be a potential rain off and where muddy water might get to, a neighboring property or the street. That's what's typical. If there's something in addition to that you'd like to have, just let us know and we'll take care of it.
Thank
But
you.
that's Mhm.
If I could just follow up,
Sure.
Mayor, staff will monitor construction throughout, and we do weekly inspections. If there are issues that come up, we may require additional siltation fencing, wattles, straw bales, there's other ways we can address stormwater issues that may impact neighboring property.
Thank you for that update. Appreciate it. Any other discussion? I know we had a motion. Did we get a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I will ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Weezahan,
Aye.
Alderman Holman,
Aye.
Alderman Mortland,
Aye.
Alderman Hughes,
Aye.
Alderman Whitmire,
Aye.
Alderman Allen, Alderman Perot,
Aye.
and Alderman Even.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4429.
Thank you. Item number 2, under unfinished business, is bill number 2116. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2116 is also sponsored by Alderman Weezahan. It's an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a detached garage pool house located at 13659 Mason Heights Road in the city of Town and Country.
Seek a motion and
So
second.
moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion or amendment?
Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Whitmire.
Just had a question. I recall we considered another plan a couple of months ago. I'm losing track of time, with a detached garage where the petitioner was asking for that. They eventually agreed to shift it behind the house, yet we did not approve that plan. I'm trying to understand how that plan is different than this plan. Can anybody help me understand?
Mayor, if I may, our city planner, Ryan Spencer, reviewed that at Planning and Zoning, and Ryan would be glad to address that at this time.
Certainly, the previous plan, which I believe was on Claymark, that was for a pool house / workshop, not necessarily a garage. And the issue there too was there was no pool. It was for a future pool. And it was located at the extreme rear of the property, a great distance from the house. This is located in between the current request on Mason Heights is located between an existing garage and an existing pool. It'll serve as a pool house for an existing pool and as an additional garage in a courtyard type configuration behind the house, directly behind the house.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Do I ask the city clerk for a roll call vote?
I can pause. It looks like Alderman Mortland might.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alderman Morton, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that, the next door neighbor, one of the people most affects, had sent in the letter approving this. So.
Okay, thank you for that input. Appreciate it. All right, I think we can go ahead with the roll call vote then.
Alderman Hughes,
She might be on mute.
Alderman Weezahan,
Aye.
Alderman Hughes,
Aye.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Whitmire,
Aye.
Alderman Holman,
Aye.
Alderman Mortland,
Aye.
Alderman Even,
Aye.
and Alderman Perot.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4430.
Thank you. All right, under new business, bill number 2117, and seeking sponsors for that bill.
I have Alderman Weezahan listed as a sponsor of that.
Fine, and I think Alderman Even had indicated she would like to co-sponsor that bill. And without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2117 is an ordinance granting a time extension of 6 months for the submission of a record plat for Greystone subdivision.
Bill number 2117 is continued to the meeting of Monday, May 10th, 2021 for the second reading and consideration. New business item number 4, bill number 2118. And I believe Alderman Holman has stated that she would sponsor that bill. And so without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
And Mayor, before I read that, I will go ahead and note for the record that Alderman Hughes will be recusing himself for that one.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bill number 2118 is an ordinance accepting the bid and authorizing an agreement with NB West Contracting for the 2021 asphalt pavement program.
Bill number 2118 is continued to the meeting of Monday, May 10, 2021 for the second reading and consideration. Item number 5, resolution number R05-2021, A resolution approving an amendment to the indenture of trust and restrictions agreement for Kings Glen subdivision in the city of Town and Country, Missouri. I seek a motion and a second to approve or continue this.
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Weezan.
Second,
Thank you,
Can I
Alderman Allen.
Can I also clarify, Alderman Weezan, your motion is to approve?
It is, yeah.
Thank you.
Any further discussion or amendment? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Item number 6, resolution number R06-2021, a resolution providing direction to management partners regarding the provision of independent professional audit services. Seek a motion and second to approve or continue.
So moved.
and I second that.
And under discussion or amendment, Alderman Whitmire, do you want to discuss that for a minute?
Yes, please, Mr. Mayor. So everyone knows that we retained management partners through an act, through a resolution at our last Board of Aldermen meeting. We put together this resolution for 2 reasons. One is to agree upon and clearly communicate our expectations to management partners. And then 2, to clearly communicate our intentions to the public.
Okay.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor, Mr.
Yes.
Mayor, could we just have clarity on the motion and the second? Was that to approve or to continue?
To
Because both
continue.
were presented.
I'm sorry, to continue.
Then I'll note for the record, Alderman Whitmire, unless you object, will continue to May 10th, the next Board of Aldermen meeting. Is that your intention?
That's correct.
And since we're continuing it, do we need a vote on that? I'm asking the city clerk.
Yes, sir. That's a voice vote
Okay,
if there's no other discussion.
I have just a quick discussion.
sure.
So, Mr. City Administrator, you just shared with us that they will be in next week or the week after. And does this prohibit any conversations or meetings waiting on this to come back before the board, or will you proceed with the company and this is just kind of putting a bow on the expectations?
We will proceed with the understanding that these will be the parameters of the study.
Thank you.
Any other discussion or points? If not, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you. Item 7 is the warrant list. It's in the amount of $127,200.33. I'll seek a motion and second to approve, and then we can have any discussion that we might want.
So
I would-
moved.
Okay,
Second.
thank you. And any discussion or amendment? All in
The only-
favor? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, the only thing I just, the Dodge Durango has been discussed and was approved at a previous Board of Aldermen meeting, and the chief had gone through reasons at the police, fire, and EMS commission on why they've made the change from the Ford Explorer to the Durango. So that was the only comment, and it all been approved.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Other business, I should have brought this up sooner, but just 2 things I want to comment on is she'd already been recognized, but I thought I also wanted to formally West Central Dispatch Center telecommunicator Sandra Espinoza received a Chiefs Award of Excellence. She and a kind of in a trying situation, used her language skills to make a tough situation a lot better for the people involved. Said she was recognized by Chief Cavens, rightfully so, but I also wanted to just go on record as saying we appreciate her efforts above and beyond. And Chief Cavens, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for recognizing her.
Okay, thank you. And finally, the last thing I have is that on Saturday, May 8th, Town and Country will once again be partnering with the St. Louis Area Food Bank for the Mayors for Meals Food Drive, and it'll be held at Town Square from 9 to 12. So I encourage you all to come and participate in that event. Also, finally, on May 8th, the Mason Ridge Garden Club will be holding their annual plant sale at Longview. So check that out also if you would.
Yes.
That in turn, anyone else have any other business?
I have a quick question for Ann Nixon. Ann, how many tickets are there any tickets left available for the May 14th concert series?
There are tickets available. I'm not sure how many at this moment. I can send you an update, but there are some tickets available.
I just wanted for the general public to understand if there was availability or not. So it's sending me that information isn't necessary, but if somebody wanted to purchase tickets, the best way to do that is?
They can do so by calling our office, which is 314-587-2814.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pam.
Yep.
Alderman Allen, did you want something to say? I may misunderstood that, sorry.
I don't think so.
Okay, great. Well, why don't we adjourn? I seek a motion and second to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
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 Have a great evening, everyone.
Have a good evening.